Hi, everyone, and welcome to our March edition of So Daily News. These are just so fun to record and just catch up about sewing and what we're adding to our pattern cards.
The
Oh,
never ending list of patterns and fabric and
yeah, I have like so much on my to sew list. I cut out my baby shower dress last night. It's this weekend, so I need to sew it. I'll show you. I have it right cut out here. It's that tint of mint Paloma dress, and so I'm sewing the top and like
Oh,
crinkle, and then the bottom is like a more stable knit dress, and then the ties are the dark green, and I'm gonna do so it's gonna be like light
gorgeous.
and like lime and dark green, so it's all like stretchy, and so I have my darts pinned. I just need to stitch it up.
Total Meg color. It's
I
so
know. I was
perfect.
thinking the same thing. I'm like, I'm not sure it could get more Meg than
Yeah.
Oh, I
a
know. I
green
know.
dress.
I know. I know. It's all just how, yeah, I'm excited for my baby shower. I didn't really want one. And then my friends just kind of pushed me to like, just have one. And then now I'm
Yeah.
like so excited. I'm like, I get to sew like a new dress for it.
Right? Well, after like
It's
so much of
perfect.
not really sewing. I mean, you didn't sew a lot for yourself, right? Over the
No,
last bit.
no,
So
it
it's
just,
fun to sew again for yourself.
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Yeah, I made this sweatshirt though when I was maternity. I had embroidered little mushrooms on it.
I love
This
that
Oh,
so
that's
Yeah,
much.
so
I
Yeah.
cute.
know. It's from our Mystic Vibes embroidery collection.
I
I
love
sewed
that.
this on a fashion sewing live, and I know I just been living in sweatshirts and stuff, so it'll be nice to.
Super cute.
I live in sweatshirts all the time. So,
hmm
yeah.
So, what have each of you? What are you working on? What's on your sewing tables right now?
Well, for me, I am sewing or planning to sew some of the lingerie for the upcoming lingerie
Yes.
course. I got like the largest package of fabric and notions from Emerald Erin. She's here in
hmm
Canada. And
Yeah.
so I'm excited to sew some like neutral lingerie. So I believe I'm going to do the bralette and the underwear and the bodysuit. I'm kind of obsessed with bodysuits. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's currently what is going to be on my sewing table.
Nice.
Same. Yeah. I have some lingerie that's in the queue here to sew as well. I think I'm making a pink and black corset for my daughter
Oh,
because
fun.
she could totally rock it, and I think that it's going to be really cute. And I just wrapped up my oldest daughter's prom dress, so I did a little bit of selfish sewing this past weekend. I went to my friend's lodge, like hunting lodge out in Northeast Colorado. It was a group of friends. We all brought our own crafts, so everybody kind of did something different. But I took my sewing machine and I made, this is a Roscoe blouse, and I just made that.
Oh, you did?
Um,
Oh, I
yeah,
love that
I
pattern.
love
Such a
it,
good
and like it's
pattern.
one of my
Yeah.
TNTs, so I didn't have to read instructions or anything, so I could socialize while I was sewing, and it was really fun. Um, and then I made this like really cool pair of like ruffled yoga pants, also just from like
Ooh.
something I drafted. They're like wide leg, not yoga pants, more. I mean, they're knit, like this ruffle knit that I bought a long time ago at like Stone Mountain and Daughters in Berkeley. But it's a pattern. It's like super easy. Just cut it out and threw it on. So they're kind of loungy pants, but anyway, they're super cute. And so yeah, just sewing a bunch of stuff.
Man, I'm jealous. I feel like I don't have time to do all the sewing. I did
This
sew some
little this
baby
little
stuff.
getaway, the getaway
Yeah.
carved out the time for it. Otherwise, it never would have
Yeah.
happened. It was like very dedicated time, and there was nothing else going on. That's the only
I
way that
love
it got
that.
done.
It's
Yeah,
almost like we need to just remove all the distractions and be
yeah.
able to just like hang out and do projects. And yeah, that's my favorite.
hmm And I think it's this time of year too. Like spring just comes like a new like resurgence of like sewing and inspiration for me. I always sew a lot in the spring.
Yeah, like dreaming about the warmer weather and kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I always find like around this time that there's obvious holes in my wardrobe as well. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what did I wear last spring and summer? Like, because it's not in my wardrobe. So it's kind of fun to like think of what are the things I want to be wearing as the weather gets warmer. So I'm the same way. I feel like a renewed like interest in like making in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, for me, we like in an older house, the closet space is very limiting. So we have a storage locker, and I like put all my summer and spring and summer clothes in like a Tupperware, and like we move it. And so I do like a wardrobe switch, but there's always like a month where I haven't gotten my switch yet. And so I need to quickly sew it. It's just like, um,
Yep.
so I like need stuff now. Like it's just not physically in my house. It's like, I could just
Yep.
go out and get it, but it just seems more fun to like
So more stuff. It's a
So
good excuse. Exactly.
Yeah.
all right. Let's jump into some updates that we have on So Daily. So I just want to shout out the Berta Style certification courses. We run 2 a year. So our kind of first session of the year, our summer session runs from April to August, I believe, just beginning of August, end of July, and registration is open until April 21st. So if you want to, become part of the Berta Style certification community, now's a great time. I love teaching these courses. I love filming them and developing them. They're so much fun. But this time I will have my Berta Style sidekick Kathy, who's been in my courses for many years, and she helps me out. So she's going to be taking the reins though while I'm on maternity leave. But it's be a great time to take the course if you want to. So those are all still open, and we still have this is the second time we're running the outerwear one. So if you want to work on some outerwear projects to have ready for next fall, it could be a great time to kind of master those skills and create some coats. If you already have enough summer stuff, you can work away and create some coats for the fall for sure.
It feels like you have to start sewing now to
Oh,
get a
yeah.
coat done by fall, because by the time you
Now's
think
the
to
time.
sew it, it's too late. So it's perfect timing, I think.
Yeah,
It is.
I agree.
Oh my gosh, I'm perfectly matching the background pink.
Oh, you are.
You planned that.
You totally planned it.
It's like the exact same pink. Oh,
It's
pink.
pretty similar, yeah.
So definitely join. The links will be in the description.
Okay, Sadie's up.
Yeah, the Yuma Yoga Pants sew along is still happening, and it goes until May 16th. I mean, it's such a great pattern, Kimberly, and I love sewing it. It's a really fun sew and even better to wear. I think I have 4 pairs now in like different colors and like color blocking and stuff, and they've kind of become my go-to. They're perfect anyway. So join, go sign up and register for the sew along, and I'll teach you how to make them. Super fun.
Yeah.
You have more than me. Although I probably have more half-finished pairs than you.
Right,
So,
yeah.
yes. But no, I love
I
them
have
too.
I have a few half-finished pairs as well.
Yeah. Yes, and like Meg said, it's free. So get it while it's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've been saving mine to make after the baby comes. I think this is a perfect like postpartum.
Perfect.
I just didn't really like. I have this fabric, but I didn't want to make a maternity edition because I want to wear them like a lot. So I'm waiting to make them like kind of postpartum. Yeah, because I feel like the zippers will come in handy when I'm out for a walk. Just put my keys in there, and yeah, it's just nice and comfy.
The ones I have so far are made out of a athletic, a more kind of like athletic tricot, but I really want to make a pair out of a more like a stretch cotton spandex or something that's like a little bit softer and more loungy. I just think that I don't know. I think it's a super versatile pattern. You could do a lot of things with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I don't think I can pull it off, but I love the look. I saw a pair of similar style, but it was in like stretch velvet.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So like if you
so
didn't do
cute.
the zippers, and possibly you could combine the yoke part to the regular to make it one piece. But in stretch velvet,
and then they'd be dressy, like with some cute little flats and like accessories. Ooh, I think I'm adding
we might
that
need to
my
do
list.
that for the magazine.
Now that
I've put it out into the universe, we should do a hack, because I think it would look really cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm adding that. That's a great idea.
Yeah. And then lastly, that flare is perfect for me as I wait for my ankles to reduce swelling. I need to free the I even like put on, I'm wearing leggings right now, and my leggings, even at the ankle, they're like, we're stretched to the
I so remember that.
I do too.
I had my feet up like most hours of the day, like elevated. I totally remember that.
Oh, anyways. Yeah. So don't forget about those. Everyone, free until May 16th.
Okay, and now I get to talk about events. I'm so excited. We're like a week and a half out, 2 weeks, no, week and a half.
Week and a half, I think.
I'm like, I don't know. It's not enough time, that's for sure. For Stitch Fest Loveland, you can still come if you haven't gotten tickets. There's still tickets available. There's the marketplace. Sadie's going to be running a measurement booth, which I'm really excited about, but equally disappointed that I don't actually get to be there because I'm teaching the whole time. It's just going to be a really fun event. If you're not able to make it to Loveland, we also have Milwaukee, which there should be, I believe, early bird pricing right now. So Milwaukee will be May 24th through the 27th. And there's some really cool classes there as well. So we've got some hand embroidery classes and as well as the sewing and quilting. And then there's the whole, other elements of the event as well.
Yeah, Knit Fest too.
And then there will also be Stitch Fest in Lancaster, Pennsylvania in August. So at least get it marked on your calendar. Registration should be opening in April, but the dates for that are August 2nd through the 5th in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So that's going to be really fun. And then the new event that we are so disappointed that Meg isn't going to be able to come. I mean, she'll be busy, with a baby. But we are Sadie and I are headed to Savannah, Georgia, to the Bryce Hotel for Sewcation. So it'll be September 10th through the 13th. In Savannah, Georgia. We don't have all of the specific details yet. We're so close to launching the registration for that event, but we're looking at doing some lingerie sewing, maybe some bag sewing. Sadie and I both think that like the thrifting, it would be amazing in Savannah. So we might try to throw
it's going to be so good.
A group thrifting trip. And then there's also some knitting happening at the same time. So there might be some hang out with a bunch of knitters as well. And just like make and visit and chat and do all of the best parts of this community. So we're really excited. Get it on your calendar. And then as soon as we have more details, we will let you know.
Yeah. And
hey, Kimberly, what were the dates again for Loveland?
Loveland is April 12th through the 15th.
Right.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, since like we haven't combed out all like the firm details, if you have any like comment below, like what do you want to see in like what would make you come to a Sewcation type event? Like what's gonna be a big draw for you? Excursions, fabric shopping, like let us know in the comments. And
Yeah.
if you really want to make sure that you are on the list, because this is like, there is a set number. These retreats and Sewcations are limited in seats,
Exclusive.
exclusive, yes. So because we want to keep that kind of intimacy in, there's not so many slots available, so make sure you register for the newsletter, the So Daily newsletter. You'll be the first to know when that opens up. So I know, and it's during my birthday. I was like, maybe we should plan, like I can like you could zoom me in on my birthday, and we could send a cake there, and I could show the baby and just
Oh
celebrate my
yeah,
birthday with
that baby.
everyone over remotely. I know, so sad I can't be there, but you'll have fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so many exciting things coming up this year. And I think that we've been talking a lot about the lingerie and stuff, but that's just kind of a sneak peek. The registration isn't quite open for that course yet. Or is it? My pregnancy brain. No, it's not. No. So that's kind of a sneak peek. We do have a brand new lingerie course launching on So Daily. Interactive workshop. We worked with a lingerie sewing pattern designer, Lily Fong,
Lily
and
Fong.
Lily Fong. She developed some great patterns exclusively for this course. So again, if you're a part of the newsletter, you won't miss when that opens and launches. So let's jump into pattern releases. Speaking of patterns. All right. I think these are mine up first. I was so excited. I added these like weeks ago because I was like, I saw this come into my inbox. I added it immediately. I knew I wanted to talk about it, but I think I'm just super into like button up shirts like lately.
Same.
I think probably gearing up to like mentally breastfeed and just having easy open access. I'm like just wanting things that are like wrap or open. And I really liked this. It's called The Shirt from Atelier Brunette. And it just has some unique details, like a seam line and like kind of this exaggerated
that's cute.
sleeve. And it's just like a different take on just like a classic shirt. So it just kind of really, I was really drawn to it for sure. And yeah, I just really
I
like
like
it.
the volume on the sleeves too. Like it
Exactly.
seems like they're a little extra, which I'm all
Yep.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Dramatic sleeves.
I liked that element as well.
Mhm.
And like you said, it's fun to have like a slightly different take on a classic
Yeah.
pattern and like that
Yeah.
front seam detail. This actually might be the perfect top. I'm making it's not really a patchwork, but I'm going to be making with double gauze, and I've got like three
Ooh.
colors of double gauze that kind of all complement each other in like a pinky,
yeah.
brown, cream, like and then
Nice.
my inspo image is like, maybe the front is one color, the pocket's another color, the sleeves, so this
Cute.
actually, I've been looking for a pattern. This actually might be the perfect pattern for it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just looking at the technical drawing, and that like seam goes right into the sleeve. You don't have to set in a sleeve to make
that's
this
ideal.
shirt, which is amazing.
That's cute.
Because that's like one of you get I'm not a huge fan of it's just like that task,
I love a set-in sleeve.
you
It's
do?
one of my favorite things to sew. I
Oh,
love it.
gosh.
I think
I
it's
hate
so
sewing them.
satisfying when you're like,
Yeah, I love
just
when
got
I
that
do it
in.
well.
When it's
Oh,
in, you're just
exactly.
like, oh my gosh. And you're like, not a single ripple. And yeah, I love setting in sleeves like a weirdo.
Oh,
But,
that's so
yeah.
funny.
But it's funny from a pattern designer aspect. I'm looking at that going, what does that look like? What do those pattern pieces look like? So
yeah.
Anyways, I like it. I'm a fan of this pattern for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
I envision it like crispy white with like some cool jewelry, and yeah,
It's like
I
that
like it.
oversized white shirt of your dreams.
That I'm
It's just,
dreaming,
yeah.
of
Mhm.
with my pleather leggings. Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one.
Mhm.
I can't get over that Kimberly loves actually setting in a sleeve.
I love it.
I get lazy to even sew the second easing stitch. I'm like,
Oh,
one will do.
totally. I just one is fine. I'm gonna make it do. Yeah, that's what I do too, Meg.
Oh,
I'm gonna
anyway.
I'm gonna convert you guys to loving set-in sleeves. Probably
Nope.
not, but they're not as hard as they seem.
No, I know. I know. It's just,
I am
I
always
like to.
happy when I'm successful.
I know, same.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had years of horrible, horrible set-in sleeves. So I think once I mastered it, I was like, oh, I'll do this all day. This is amazing.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
the
enough
sewing
about
debates.
set-in
I
sleeves.
know. In the comments, right? Are you team set
Yeah,
in sleeve? Or your
exactly.
team I will love a pattern that does not have a set in sleeve?
Dolman for me every time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. That's a huge selling point for me in a pattern if it doesn't have a set
Yeah,
in
for
sleeve.
sure.
Speaking of patterns that don't have a set in sleeve. And a knit. I mean, I can do a knit set in sleeve. I mean, that's a lot easier.
Totally.
Yeah.
Again, I love this pattern. I love just like a cool seam line, and I love a sweetheart neckline, like this kind of illusion neckline. I know it's kind of a trend that's, I mean, it's been done. It was really popular a couple
So
of years
cute.
ago, but I like the idea of a fabric paneling. It was really popular, like when you do like the mesh top, which I mean, you could still do. It could be like still super cute, but I just love this style line and this the color blocking, and it's a knit top. It's from Cami Made Patterns. It's their vague high neck long bat sleeve top pattern. So it has a nice bat sleeve, no set-in sleeve, and I just
Well,
love
and the
it. It's
mock
cute.
neck, it looks like
Oh
is
yeah,
that a
the mock.
mock
Yeah,
neck? Yeah.
yeah,
It's a fun one. I had never heard of Cami Made.
yeah.
But when I was looking
Yeah,
up
me
the
either.
pictures, I really liked all the details because it's, for the most part, I think a lot of us just wear, like, we wear just like normal clothes all the time, knit shirts or woven shirts, but having like a fun detail makes it feel like I've actually tried for the day instead of wearing my sweats and sweatshirts. So yeah.
It looks kind of, it's like
Well, and I
elevated a bit. Yeah.
Yes,
it
exactly.
is, and I really love the picture this version with those two colors, because that is exciting to me, like the high contrast. But I don't know, probably something I wouldn't pick up myself, but I'm really kind of crushing on that color combo. It's really cute.
Yeah, it reminds me of this another knit top pattern I have called the Eva top, and it has like the under bust. It's just a knit top with like seam lines and with the exposed serging, and I love that top. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of that, and I really like it. Just by the seam lines. So yeah, those are my two
good
tops.
picks, Meg. I like them.
Good picks. I like them. Oh, this is mine. Yeah, so this is the new Regalia blouse by Sew House 7, and I mean this has everything that, like, these are all the things that I love. Like, I love a yoke that I can embellish or do like this picture with the color blocking. It's got the drama on the sleeves because I'm all about sleeve drama, and the pleats, and it's roomy. It looks comfortable. I love the styling that they did for this as well. So yeah, I see this being also like transitional. Like, I think I could make it now and then easily wear it into summer, depending on the fabric. If it's like a nice linen or something, it could easily transition all the way through fall. So yeah,
it would
when I
make
saw
a
this,
really
I was like,
cute,
on my list.
Yeah, it would make a really cute sleeveless top as well.
Yeah,
So just finish the arm. I mean, depending on how low it is, but like finish the arm holes with some bias binding, and it would be the cutest, especially in linen. So I really like it. I I haven't sewn one of Sew House 7's patterns in years, like probably 8 years, like one of her first patterns. But I really like them. I need to expand
Yeah.
beyond my own patterns and patterns I make for Sew News. I just never have time. So I really
Right.
like this one though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
And what does the back look
it
like?
checks off all the boxes. I think it has like a tie closure at the top.
Okay.
And yeah,
Yeah, it has like
if
a
I remember
slit.
correctly.
Yeah,
And
slit
then
and then a tie. It's like
a
the
little
the
tie.
Roscoe blouse worn like
Like
kind
Yeah.
of like
opposite.
that. Yeah, the slit and
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
kind of like
tie
what I'm wearing, but like reversed
Okay.
with the nice
Yeah.
yoke. Yeah, yeah.
to get in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
like it.
it's it's easy to make relatively, and I don't know. And again, like I love the color combo, like similar to Meg's. Like when I saw this, it's a bit
I love
unexpected
that
with the
too.
mustard and the kind of pinky color. So I'm like, oh, I think I like everything about that. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
agreed. And I like that
Mhm.
it has a place for like embroidery or some other like
yeah,
I don't know, eye-catching
some sort of
detail.
embellishment. Yeah,
Yeah.
or you could like feature like a little. I love yokes like that. You have quite a few patterns like that too, Kimberly, because it's
Yeah.
great for featuring like a special piece of fabric, because that's what that's what I get usually as souvenirs or something when I travel. And so even if I'm not buying tons of yardage, if I have something special, a yoke is the perfect place to put it.
Oh
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
like to do.
agreed. Well,
So
like how you used was that in our spring issue? You used the tea towel
yeah,
for the yoke.
exactly.
It was that really pretty
Yep, that I embroidered. I think it was
mhm.
embroidered. Yeah, I machine embroidered the tea towel. Yeah. So it's just
Yeah.
like a
I
great
don't
way to showcase something.
Yeah, I don't even usually think of doing that, so I feel like I should scour what I already have for, like, yolks and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. I like this just screams like I need to make this into a dress. There's like a longer version with a waist
Yes.
tie.
There's a longer
Um
version. Yeah.
and I like it also for the summer too because I'm really bad at reapplying sunscreen and my chest gets a lot of sun and I like things that
Yeah.
but if you make it in a nice like linen or it wouldn't be too
Linen.
hot. So I think it's super cute.
I
Good
agree.
choice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I've been seeing it's been popping up both like in the fashion magazines, and there's a few patterns that I've seen with the drop waist.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. There's something that I'm really loving about it. And I think it's a modern take on something that I probably did back in the 80s. But I love it so much because it's comfortable but flirty. So this is the Tribeca dress from Maison Fauve. I don't know. I've never sewn any of their patterns. Been kind of on my radar, but not really. So I don't know. I'm just really thinking that this is another great transitional piece that can also layer up in the fall with tights and boots if
Oh
needed.
yeah.
But I'm imagining it in like really fun colors, just like the image here. But I don't know. Drop waist, I think, is coming back, and I'm all for it.
Well, I like the combination of, like, the whole it feels like business on the top and party on the bottom
And
because it's
fun.
got, like,
Yeah.
the button up, it's
The
got the
Yep.
collar, but then it's got the dropped waist
It's
and the gathering, which you don't normally see those 2 things together, and I think it actually
together.
works really well.
Oh yeah.
And so it's a fun
That's
a
what I
fun
think
version
makes
of
it
it.
fresh. Yeah, that's what I think kind of modernizes it a little bit, instead of it being just a drop waist or having like big shoulder pads and a drop waist. It's like referencing an 80s vibe, but I don't know, making it much more modern and fresh. So I agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it actually has this detail, like this like circular, like I don't know if it's a seam or just a
The
trim placement
like
line. There's like
Yep.
this curved detail on it.
Almost like like a loose
Yeah.
princess or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I love this, the drop waist. It's so fun. And I love like doing these obviously because I get to learn about new designers and now I'm just like looking at the rest of their pattern
They have
offerings, and like they
so
have
many
this
cute
dress. I don't know
things.
if you saw it too. It's called their Mia, and it's like high neck, but they have
Yes.
this diamond open back like cutout. It's
Yes.
gorgeous.
Yeah, really sassy.
Yeah, super sassy. But I love this silhouette. And again, this would be great for me too in the summer. Easy access.
Easy
Exactly.
access. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm like leaning full into summer.
Oh yeah, you're going right into summer.
I'm just skipping spring. I'm going right to summer. Maybe because I realized like my swimsuit from last year, when you have a swimsuit and there's something you don't like about it, but you can't totally pinpoint. And I came across a video, which I'm not sharing because it's so ridiculous, but a video of me that I sent my family of my son diving into our pool and then me diving into our pool and thinking that I was way cooler and way better than I actually was. It's a disaster. But I'm bringing that up because that video perfectly highlighted what I don't like about my swimsuit. And I was like, I really don't like the cut on the legs. So all of that is in a roundabout that I need a new swimsuit. And I bought this swimsuit, I think when it came out.
Yeah. Same.
And then I forgot about it.
Same.
But we have a tutorial coming up in the summer magazine that reminded me that I had this swimsuit. And it's a really cool hack. And so anyways, this is on my plan. And the only change I'm going to make is I am going like super high cut because I've realized with my body shape,
I'm the
specifically
same.
like where I carry my weight on my hips, if I cut high, it's shockingly different. Like it looks totally different on me. So I'm going to hack this into like a super high cut bottom. So that's my plan at least.
That's cool. I've actually made this swimming suit a few times as is because I actually like the kind of more boy brief retro bottom for my shape, and it's a great pattern and a great suit. Like it's a good one.
It's a perfect staple. Like it's really great. Like I've added panel lines and all sorts of stuff, but that's what drew me to this pattern when I first got it. Sometimes I like a blank slate base pattern because then I can like bring it to life with different, different things. I just printed out the technical of it and I would just draw style lines and stuff on it. And I changed the cut on it too, Kimberly. I took a pair of underwear that I loved the fit of, and I kind of then replicated that leg line.
It feels like a superpower that we can do that. And it's not even like that difficult, but like learning that you can take a pair of underwear that you love how they fit, and you just like put it down on your pattern pieces. And you're like, and now this is the new leg line. So I actually am hoping that this works out to be a good fit because I would like to make some more underwear.
Exactly.
So like I'm hoping that I can like nail it so that I can use this as a base for some underwear as well.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
So funny when I hear friends and family, like my mom would say, they discontinued this brand of underwear. Like I can't find one that fits the same. Because she likes it. And I'm like, Mom, just give me like I just need one of them and I can make the pattern for it. And like, it's so funny when you hear people say, it's like, it's actually really easy to do that with like basic things like t-shirts and stuff. Like if you just really like the fit and cut of something, just make a pattern off
recreate it. Yeah.
We do sound amazing though to other people when you're like, oh, I just like made some underwear, and people are like, you make underwear? And it's like, well, yeah, everybody should.
Absolutely.
I know, right?
Yeah. Good plans. Good plans, Kimberly.
Yes. Good to bring this. Yeah, I was just saying it's good to. I'm glad that you like it's like not a new pattern, but it's like it's good to.
It's like reintroduce.
It's a good one, oldie but goodie.
It's great. I forgot about it too. Yeah, so I'm gonna dig it up as well.
Yeah,
that's a good one. It's a good one.
So we talked a bit about Berta, I
Ooh.
think last month, one of you, or Sadie, the trench,
Yeah, the
right? So then
trench
Yes.
coat.
I think I admitted this to you guys in a meeting, but like I've never sewn a Berta pattern. And so it doesn't, when you know something exists, but like you just don't even think to go look
Yep.
at their
Mm-hmm.
patterns. So now that it's like in my brain, I was looking through and I'm kind of in this like 70s vibe lately.
Yes.
I got some high waisted flare trousers, and then a new pattern I'm doing for my retreat in when is that, November, is very like 70s, similar sleeves, and so that's what caught me
Love it.
in this pattern was those like dramatic sleeves and a fun tunic. Tunics can go either way for me, just because of my body shape. But I think that it would be fun, if it isn't already, to do side vents, like have it be
Yeah.
side vents like quite high up so
Yeah.
that it's not
Yeah.
constricting. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like it kind of makes me want to make, I think I sent this to Sadie, some like olive green pleather. So make some like olive green pleather leggings to wear with a tunic. So I
So
feel
chic.
like I'm channeling somebody who's not me, who just like, I just wear jeans and t-shirts, but I feel a little like I want to do more. So this
Well, I've
pattern is
been
me
totally
wanting to do more.
Well, it's super on trend, Kimberly, because I don't know if you guys, so I have been binging, it's
Mm-hmm.
actually on Apple TV. I have been binging Daisy Jones and the Six, which is about a 70s rock band, loosely based on like Fleetwood Mac. And the acting is great, the storyline is great, it's fiction. But really it's the fashion for me in this show that is like the star.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been dreaming about this whole like 70s, it's post like the hippie period and it's not quite disco and it's that somewhere in between
Yeah.
where this like it's still drama. Like to me 70s fashion is drama.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm actually working on a newsletter article that's coming out soon about seeing garments in the wild and then figuring out a way to recreate it with patterns and fabric and stuff that you already have. So I think like this would be right in line with that, the what I envision as this like 70s, Stevie Nicks rock star, fabulousness for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told me about that show, Sadie. I'm saving it for my maternity leave.
Oh my God, it's really good.
So
It's
I
really
gotta do
good.
some selfish sewing because I love that era. Like it's so
Hmm.
inspiring, and the fabrics and the prints and the silhouettes and
Yeah.
Yeah.
um oh yeah, and this
Like
this
the
tunic.
pants were dramatic, like bell bottoms were dramatic,
Everything was
sleeves
dramatic.
were
Yeah.
dramatic, and
Mm-hmm.
and men were dressing dramatically. Like it's just, I don't know. It's really cool to
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah, I can't wait to
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah. So
Um
this might be my first Berta pattern,
yep.
which I'm kind of
They're
excited
fun.
about. I
Yeah.
love trying new things. So yeah.
It's funny you say it because when I was exclusively working with Berta, it was like 3 years more, like actually probably more like 5. I only sewed Berta, and so for me, it was like sewing an indie pattern was like like I'm just not
Special.
used. It's just so like, wait, seam allowance is included, like
Oh, I
yeah,
know.
so,
Oh, I think that's partly why I've never done Berta, is because I'm like, I can't, as a pattern designer,
yeah,
my brain is like exploding that the seam
You have to
allowance isn't
add, yeah.
added, which is obviously not strictly a Berta thing. Like
yeah,
lots of other
yep,
pattern
yep,
companies do that. But yeah, in my mind, I'm like, I've got to add seam allowance like on paper. Like, so, anyways,
yeah. No,
but we
I know
try hard
it's
things. So I need to
we,
just suck it
yeah.
up and try something different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely different. But I mean, I like it for the fact that I like sewing at half of an inch. I think 5/8 of an inch is too
Total
much.
same.
So I only add half of an inch, but then for me, it's like when I'm checking measurements, sometimes I need to remember when indie patterns that I need to accommodate for seam allowance. So they definitely both have their pros and cons. But then it's like when I was cutting out this tinted mint, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to draw on I could just go right into it. So
You could
it's
just
for
do it. Yeah.
just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, there are pros and
Oh,
cons, so
yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
give it a go.
But I know, but it is great, like, and amazing that Berta does they release so many new patterns a month. So if you really like sewing with their pattern, like they always have, something new.
Well,
For
and the
sure.
new the curvy line, which as
That's what that
somebody
trench
who,
coat was in.
oh
Yeah, it
yeah, I
was in
didn't
their
remember that.
curvy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sadie and I were talking about this recently, but I straddle regular and curvy in a lot
Same.
of indie pattern companies. Like my top is regular, my bottom is curvy, and so it's fun to see more businesses focusing on curvy because
Yeah.
there's a lot of curvy women out there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
For sure. But I find too that this is something you don't have to worry about, Kimberly. But I find Berta patterns, they're drafted for like a taller kind of fit model. So you'll probably love it. But I need to take
I
off
probably will love it.
so many inches. Like it's so funny.
I
Yeah.
will say for fitting, because it doesn't have seam allowance, that does make it
Yeah.
so much easier because your brain doesn't have to think about making sure you remove it. So if you're like, my torso is way shorter than this, then you can
You
just
can
measure
measure
and
it. Yeah,
adjust. Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, oh, so many new patterns to rediscover. At least I don't even have to purchase one of them. I can just go back and reprint the bathing suit.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just seeing like beach days and like pool days. I need to
Yes.
go through my list of friends who have pools and be like, hey, they're the summer.
Right.
Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
so
that'll be
nice.
good.
They have this thing. I haven't tried it yet, but there's this thing here now. It's kind of like a VRBO or Airbnb, but it's just for pools. And you can like reserve somebody's like backyard pool for the day and have like a pool party. And there's like a whole app for it and everything. Like it's called like Swimly or Swimply or something. And I'm so on it because we don't have a pool. Like a lot of people here in Colorado don't. So people that have pools in Colorado, that's unusual. And you can like go rent out somebody's backyard pool for the day.
That feels really stressful to me to have people in my yard.
As the owner,
pool.
yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure they've figured that out, but that feels stressful to me if I had people
I'm
in
sure
my
there's
pool.
like some liability. You have maybe a little extra liability insurance on your a little rider on your homeowners
exactly.
or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it's a cool idea for sure.
It is a cool idea. I've been thinking about trying it.
There's just an app for everything. That just spawned like an idea on me. Like, what if there was like an app? And if anyone steals my idea, this becomes a big started.
You're like,
well, you rent out your. It's like Studio Finder. You don't have people can rent out your sewing studio and use your table and your machines for it. They can. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we have like some maker.
I mean, there's businesses that do that, but
but it would be fun to do it in your own home, I guess. Have some extra income to pay for fabric.
Exactly. That's it. That's
exactly.
Oh, well, as always, so much fun. We'll see if we can record one with me for April, but this might be my last one for a little while.
Oh my god!
I'll still watch.
We're going to miss you so much.
I know. Maybe we'll have to have a guest spot with you, like later when you have
baby.
Once I know what I'm doing,
day and night and up and down, and
I'm gonna need some other conversation.
In the fall, you can come talk patterns with us.
I will. I'll come back in the
fall. That would be fun.
I will. We'll talk about fall patterns and
we'll just stare at your baby for an hour.
I know.
I know. Coming
Totally.
down to it. So, yeah. Well, thanks everyone
It's
for
exciting.
watching. Yes, it is. And as always, so much fun and happy sewing.
Bye. See
Happy
you next
sewing.
month.